Hi there, I'm Char, your friendly online tarot reader. Welcome to my channel. Here we are with a pay it forward reading from the illustrious Chelle to Britta. So here we are. I have chosen the Wheel of the Year deck for you. And I thank you so much to illustrious Chelle for this pay it forward reading. Thank you for your support on this channel. It is so awesome to have you as a Soul Fam Collective member. Britta. It is amazing how wonderful everybody here is with one another and for one another. So I cannot thank you enough for being so sincere and so kind to one another. So this is a pay it forward reading to Britta. Here we are with the Wheel of the Year deck, and we have a card that has jumped right out of here for you. We've got the Devil card as our overview. Now, come on, girl. I talk about the Devil card not getting caught up in the details. There's a phrase, the devil is in the details. You can get so wound up in details that you forget the point. Or become like a little stage fright or like a deer in the headlights. Also, when we get too caught up in details, it's like winding ourselves up for no reason, right? So overwhelming, get anxiety, a little bit like that. We just need to make that list and take care of those details, but not be too detailed. You know, like be specific, but not grind it to an emulsifying powder. Also with this Devil card, we're looking at temptations and also expectations, like keeping very realistic expectations, not falling into a trap, so to speak. Maybe even breaking that cycle with this card coming in, which is a very big topic right now amongst a lot of the Soul Fam Collective here. Getting sidetracked too a lot, like with temptations, I want to say. Why? So the Three of Pentacles popped out here. I've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, actually. So let's put some information into this. The work works. The work works. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. Here we are. I've got the Three of Pentacles. Can we see those a little bit? I have the Three of Pentacles reversed right here. So in that group setting, it could be, coming into some information, waiting for that information to come for you from another person, like that teamwork. Maybe get started on that research by yourself. If you're... Yeah, so if there's something that you need, that you're waiting on a piece of information from, the specifics that are coming in right now, waiting on details from somebody else, just start that research yourself, get that information for yourself, and that'll flip around. More will come with it, but don't get so caught up in looking for the research or looking for the answers. Because they're there. They're already there. They're already there. The Knight of Pentacles has come in, and he's in it for the long haul. Slow and steady wins the race. We're looking at things that last. We're looking at things for the long haul. So maybe it's time to slow down a little bit, even with this 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So slowing it down a little bit is going to open up. We've got the Ace of Wands, is going to open up some new action. The action is going to start once a decision is made, though. Ooh. We've got the Two of Wands reversed. I've got the King of Wands reversed. And I've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like we're seriously stuck like in a deer in the headlights feeling. Yeah, because there's greatness going forward with the Ace of Wands. That's something like already happening. It's in the wind. We've got the new thing, it's again. Why am I saying it's again? The Pentacles comes in and it's slow and steady wins the race. It's stuff for the long haul. Maybe don't give up yet and do it again, because we get practice in it. But don't get caught up in the details of maybe what went wrong or not having that detail, because you do have it. You do have it. It's in you. You do have it. Knight of Pentacles there and the Ace of Wands. So with this Two of Wands, the King of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles all reversed right here, you need to make that decision. And it might be slow down. I feel like things are trying to be rushed right now, even though there is action. The action's kind of like, I want to say, going on a treadmill. This action is where there's work and things are going around and around, but all the steps that are going on are not leading to that destination yet, because we're slow and steady winning the race. All right. So while we're on that treadmill, that decision needs to be made right here as to keep walking on the treadmill or walk on the sidewalk to go to that direction. The King of Wands is like, don't turn that treadmill onto the running setting, because we're not there. We need some action going on, but that action is in the decision. Seven of Pentacles reverse is having that review that's going on, like looking at the work you've done and actually realizing how far you've come. Don't get caught up in the details. All right, I've got the Magician card right here. There's magic happening afoot, and it's going to have that big revelation. And there's that new thing again that happening. That's a one. That's a one. That other thing that's happening along with it is really based on this decision and the action and review that comes with that decision. And it's an answer from within. It's an answer from within. 10 of Swords right here. What else do we have as 10s? 10 of Swords right here. That's the end of that cycle. So again, making that decision. Understand that, yes, you've done so much work to come this far. And yes, you deserve so wonderful, wonderful abundance. All right. Yes, you do. Yes, I give you permission to like it and be happy about abundance coming your way and being happy about it. And it's okay. And it's okay when things change and when things feel different. And that's okay. And it's okay when the cycle goes. And it's okay if it feels like magic and we can't quite understand it. And it's okay to make the decision to surrender to the universe and to allow things to happen and to go with your own intuition. And then it's okay to have the action to go with that, even though you can't explain it and rationalize it, because you've made that decision and you're trusting the universe, and it's all within you anyway. It's all within you anyway. And it's time for that review. Like, you can't nitpick. The seven of Pentacles and the Devil in here is you can't nitpick it, right? So, yeah, it's okay. It's so okay. And I feel like I need to give you permission for this, which you don't need at all, because it's okay. You're in charge of those decisions. The magic is here, and the cycle, that cycle is coming to an end, and it feels magical. This is the big one. I feel like this is a big one. This is a big one that's going to bring a lot of chaos to an end right there with the Five of Swords reversed. I feel like it's a big one where there's a lot of movement that's going to result from this with the Four of Swords reversed. The Five of Swords is chaotic. That's conflict, that sharp conflict. Those swords, they're sharp, right? And the Four of Swords coming in is traditionally the soldier is laying there and he's got a sword in his hand and the three are on the wall. And it's the time to end the rest because you've made that decision. You've made that decision. You've made the review. You've had that action. I just hold them up, right? But I think that where the magic is happening is when you commit to surrendering to that faith, to the universe, to the higher power, to the guidance. I think it's very much a part of who you are and a part of what your story is and a part of where your voice needs to be. Yeah. All right. Okay. King and Queen of Cups right here coming into it. The King of Cups is very emotionally stable. He's, I love the zombie deck on this guy. But he goes at it emotionally stable. He's balanced. He's not worried from one thing to another. He's not worrying about the details. He's going at it with like love and gratitude. He's got that emotional maturity where he just knows. He just knows. And that's where that action comes in. The knowing and the flowing. The knowing and the flowing. The knowing and the flowing is what's coming into my brain. The knowing and the flowing. I love that 5 and 4 of Swords reversed right here. Because with that, the calming of that chaos, I think giving yourself permission to allow that to integrate. Like, rather than feeling so segmented, allow it to integrate. And I really feel like that's where the 10 of Swords cycle comes in. It's just allowing that magic. Ooh, Magician is 1 and 10 of Swords is 10. Of course it's a 10. It's 10 of Swords. But there's that Magician. I'm going to change the cards so you can see it in the right order. There's that Magician and there's the 10 of Swords. And that magic happens and that cycle breaks. And it's a huge, huge one. The King and Queen of Cups right here, bookending it. That flow, the emotions, the everything. It's feeling like the oneness is coming. Oh, I got goosebumps. It's really, really, really about your integration. The oneness is coming and it needs to flow. And that flow is going to be the flow of your voice also. This is the flow of your voice also. And while your voice may tremble at first, you've made that decision and made that commitment. We again have the King right here that's helping you make that decision, helping you make that action. The King right here is helping guide you as well in that power, in that stability going forward, okay? We also have the Four of Wands here on the bottom of the deck, which is building those foundations. And again, the wands coming in. Wands are nice to have after the Swords. In a new deck I'm studying, Swords are also clouds, and this too shall pass. Right? So it's the hard lessons of the cycles that we're going into. But having that King and Queen of Cups right there, helping build these new foundations and allowing it to flow, to flow, to flow, to flow. Allowing it to happen, to happen, to happen. We've got Temperance right here. Okay, Temperance is a 14. We have Temperance right here, and she's talking about these new depths of creativity, new dreams, new realms, new things flowing. Again, very big with that eternal flow of water, because it does it's the part of the eternal flow right now that is connecting, that is integrating. It's almost like Ten of Wands reversed and the Sun. Nice. It's almost like, I want to say, like streams are coming together to build a stronger stream that is leading to the ocean. If that makes any sense at all. This is quite an interesting reading coming for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Having these... I got the goosebumps again. Having the royalty on the cups, it just like take on them for that confidence, like if you're wavering a little bit, the King of Cups, he's there, he's emotionally stable. The Queen of Cups, she's open and vulnerable, and it's okay because in her vulnerability comes confidence. And once that integration happens, that vulnerability becomes power. becomes so much power. And having the kings in there, they want you to have that power, that calmness of the chaos. And as these things go, and as we learn more, it's okay to feel different about situations. It's okay to be in those emotional situations because we're allowing space for it. However, allowing that to come forward as well, allowing that integration to happen rather than trying to keep it separate and segregate it, I think is where I want to say getting stuck in shadow work is happening as well. It's a fight that's happening, and trying to segregate it rather than integrate it and incorporate into the being and allowing it to flow and diving deep into these new realms. Yeah, it's the king and queen are right here, and we're building new foundations with this Four of Wands. So I'm going to take it and jump into the in-between deck to see where transition, or a heads up maybe to have an easier transition into this next step. Although you have it all within you. That Three of Pentacles is just like, you're going to have that moment where it clicks. And it's going to be making so much sense as half the deck fell out. It's going to be making so much more sense for you, I think, once it just clicks. And just allow that magic to happen. You don't have to understand it. You're very knowledgeable, but you don't have to be able to explain this. A lot of the things towards enlightenment, or as Teal Swan talks about integration, as I've been learning through this other deck about allowing the pieces of yourself to flow as one, because it's all you, and just being there. So what do we have that's jumped out right now? We have the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. So I think this is speaking on that 4 and 5 of Swords that we had reversed right there. The Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. It's quite the intense card. Let me just grab the book because I haven't studied these cards for a lot. And they blow me away with how accurate they can be in addition to a reading. 7 to 8, very, very interesting. We've got the 7 of Pentacles here. We've got the 5 and 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. So let's just see where we're at. Breaking free, self-interest, 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords is entrapment, encaged, and the in-between concept is the last ray of hope. The in-between stage, we are reaching the point where we feel that we can no longer cope. However, we are still aware that we have one last trick up our sleeve before all is lost. This could be a hope we cling to, or some kind advice we are yet to take. All is not yet lost. Which really makes sense, being in this kind of being in this kind of transformation state. It's making that decision and having that faith, but making that decision, taking the action, and going forward on faith, where it's not all lost, and it's going to come together, and it's going to make sense. And I really feel like it's this magic of integration of concepts or beings, or things that have been fragmented coming together to make more sense, like having that aha moment, having that definitive, I don't get it, but it's different now, thank you, universe. All right. And I think that's kind of where it needs to be to build these new foundations going in here. And that transition is going to be a little difficult, but it's going to be very worth it in the end. It's going to be so beautiful. Okay? And we've got the 10 of Wands reversed here. So again, that wand, that action, reducing the amount that's on our back, reducing the burdens, reducing the worries, reducing the devils in our lives. Look at this. We've got the sun coming up right here. All right. So with this whole reading, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chelle, for the Pay It Forward reading. This has been amazing. I hope this makes some sense for you, Britta. This is client 79. Huzzah. All right. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I really do hope this resonates. Thank you, Soul Fam Collective, for taking care of one another. This is truly, truly the best group of people on the internet. I am so grateful for you. I love you all so very much. And here is the playlist for the other good stuff on the channel. So please click it and have a look around. Click your reading and see if it resonates with you. It's all for the members. Mwah. I love you guys. I hope your day is great, and I'll see you again live on Tuesday and Thursday.